eMg versus SK, set number 1 on Blue Storm, making the game. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we go into game number 1. Alright, in the bottom left position as the purple Protoss, we have Castle eMg, and at the top right as the blue Terran, we have SK Slim Power, who I must assume is TerrOr. So let me update this. Of course, I'm never 100% sure because I think substitutions are allowed in case players are unavailable from the original lineup. But let us just assume that that is what is happening here. So, what do we got? Oh, we got an early probe. We got Castle sending out an early probe. I think this is a fantastic idea. I was actually, when I saw this matchup, I was like, man, I really think Castle should cheese this, especially since it's on Blue Storm, where there's so many ways to cheese, there's so many places to proxy gate. Question is, where does he proxy gate? Is he going in the main base? Because Terra's actually got a unit, got an SCV to spot this. He started a wall here. Wow, wait, this probe feels super late from Castle. I don't think this is gonna work anymore. This is like, oh no, he built a pylon in his base. Is it just a gas steal? Okay, this is just a gas steal. Sorry, I didn't notice he built a pylon in the base, but it was definitely too late to make in-base proxy gate. So he's actually just gone for the gas steal here against TerrOr. Now, nowadays, I feel like Terran players aren't overly concerned about gas steals because they can just one-rax expand. Oh, look at this. He's actually blocking the barracks. Look at this. Forcing the barracks to be made up here and not in the walled position. So if there were zealots coming in, then that could be quite dangerous. But of course, we can see that the gateway has only just started anyway. So, you know, I mean, it's very cute here from Castle, but this particular block, I don't think is going to help him that much. And we do have the scouting SCV from TerrOr now moving out. Interestingly, TerrOr opting to attack this with a couple of SCVs. I mean, does that mean he doesn't want to go for the one-rax expand? I guess one-rax expand on Blue Storm is a little bit dangerous. Wow, look at this. Look at Castle. He's deliberately like mining them, like going to the minerals and then stopping to bug out the workers attacking the assimilator just to keep it alive longer. Note that also the probe build animation is faster than the SCV, so if he moves his probe here exactly as it dies, he can immediately rebuild the assimilator to continue the gas steal, which would be hilarious and also really obnoxious for the Terran player. So it looks like, is he gonna do it? He really wants to do it. Oh, you can look at this. TerrOr knows he's waiting for the Marine to kill the probe, and then he's gonna finish this off and build the assimilator. Because he knows if he kills it now, as soon as he kills it, he's just gonna get it stolen again. So now the Marine finishes off the probe, and now he can actually kill this. So very, very, very smart there by TerrOr. In the meantime, the first Dragoon and and range rather are on the way, and you can see the first Dragoon's gonna get here, and the refinery hasn't even been finished yet. So siege tanks are a million years away here for TerrOr. I really think he should have just built a command center. I mean, he could still build it here in the back of his main and float it out, but yeah, it's very interesting. I mean, the thing is, like, because of this double entrance and the wide ramp, it's so much ground to cover. Normally, if you one-rax expand, you put a bunker at the front to defend. But I mean, I guess you put the bunker here, but you know you can have run-bys, and it's just like it's on the low ground under a ramp. It's just super duper annoying. And Castle is not done here with the sneaky strats, going for the robotics facility proxied at the 12 o'clock. However, the SCV is going to get in here, and he should know that there is a pylon missing. At this point, you know, a Terran player with good game sense should realize, or should know, that there should be 3 pylons for the Protoss. And the fact that he can only see 2 pylons is going to mean trouble. Definitely means there's something hidden somewhere. Now, sometimes Protoss players will just randomly hide a pylon just to freak out beat Terran. But you know, you just have to scout well. You have to really keep that in the back of your mind. I mean, we can obviously see there is actually something cheesy going on here from Castle. And it looks like Command Center now on the way. Interestingly, built it kind of far back here rather than back here, which would allow him to just float down. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter that much. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. Alright, so the first Dragoon is out. It looks like range is actually done. Yeah, range is finished. And you can see the machine shop is not even built yet. So the first tank is super far away. Castle could potentially win as soon as the Reaver comes out here. Because when the Reaver comes out, I think there will still be only a single siege tank on the field. And he can actually use the Reaver to help bust the bunker and then just run in with all the Dragoons. Now, of course, there is a wall, but you know, after killing the bunker, the Goons and Reaver can finish off the supply depot quite easily as well. Because he is going for the 2-gate Dragoons with the Reaver. The SCV is hiding. He still didn't see anything, I think. Any anti-air? No. Oh no, there is an engineering bay built, but he hasn't built a turret yet. Very, very interesting. It's also difficult because the Reaver could just like drop here and just use the Scarabs to splash us down. Reaver is taking longer than I thought. But we do see the first siege tank almost out now. That's going to push the Dragoons back, and also siege mode will finish. Lost quite a bit of mining time with these 5 SCVs, but you know, absolutely worth it to not die. Also going to be a little bit careful with this siege tank. If he moves too close to the wall, the Goons could run up here and try and snipe him. Definitely doesn't want that. And we have an engineering bay block on the natural for TerrOr. Very interesting. Can he actually bait this tank to come closer? Alright, he moved back now. He needs to bait the tank to move here, and then he can snipe it. And here comes the shuttle. He's moving in. Is he gonna just drop it at the front? He is just gonna drop it at the front. Siege one is, no! He's gonna, wait, what? I thought he was gonna elevator. Why is he going back? Okay, he's gonna elevator into the top side. He can actually elevator all the Goons in. He can definitely do it. No, he's actually targeting down the depot. The depot's not being repaired fast enough, and here comes the Reaver drop onto the siege tank. The supply depot has died. The Marines have actually killed the Dragoon, but now the siege tank is dead. The Reaver is still alive. The second siege tank is out. The turret is out, and actually the Marines inside the bunker are doing a really good job of attacking everything, and the tank is being mass repaired. It does get taken out, and the SCVs are in trouble. The Reaver could kill all the SCVs. The Reaver, though, is under attack by SCVs. And the Reaver gets killed by SCVs, and all the Dragoons die to the bunker. I can't believe TerrOr has held this. Huge, huge micro error, I think, from Castle. If he had just run all the Dragoons past the bunker, kept the shuttle near the Reaver, he, I think, could have just immediately won this game. But TerrOr manages to take that out. I mean, if that Reaver had got another shot off, it would have killed all the SCVs attacking it too, and it would have lived. So TerrOr able to hold this off for now. Now a second fresh Reaver is coming out. There's still only the single turret at the front. Okay, no, there's another turret intercepting on the side, but he can come from the bottom still until this turret finishes. Looks like Dragoon's cleared out this engineering bay. He is getting his Nexus now, and I think TerrOr should be safe against the Reaver now. Now the problem is the Reaver definitely still did damage, right? Look at this, 34 supply for the Terran against 49 for Castle here. He does have quite a decent number of SCVs. But the Protoss is going to start mining from his natural soon. And with the threat of this Reaver, it's difficult for TerrOr to actually move out to his natural. So he's floating out now, but he's got to be super careful just in case the Protoss goes for another break here. So you can see keeping one tank in the back, probably going to just crawl this up slowly. Yeah, you can see being very, very careful, staying in range of his bunker. That bunker was absolutely key in that defense. The amount of damage that the Marines did by the Goons just kind of hanging around this bunker was really, really good. And it looks like Castle's now just going to chill on the high ground, unable to really do anything now. And we have the double expand here from Castle. That's completely reasonable after going for a Reaver. I think Scan himself said, you know, for Protosses, don't just do some stupid, like, greedy 1-gate or 2-gate double expand. If you want to double expand, go for the Reaver, and you can do it quite safely. It looks like even going to get a little bit of extra harass off, although it looks like the minerals going to deny that for him, unfortunately. Oh! gonna grab one SCV and deny some more mining time. Pretty good. Gotta make sure he doesn't actually blow this up. He's actually running in with the goons. I'm not sure this is the best idea. There's 4 siege tanks here. He's gonna pick off the leading siege tank, but he's gonna lose 4 dragoons for this, and possibly the Reaver as well. Picks off a second siege tank. Might get some more SCVs. He looks like he does all of the dragoons. 5 dragoons for 2 siege tanks. Now, in the early game, that's not actually the worst exchange, especially because he's denying mining here. He's still pressuring the Terran. That, you know, it's not great, but that is definitely not a terrible exchange. And he's got his 3rd Nexus now finished. And every time he goes in there and picks off more tanks, that further delays when the first Terran attack is going to come. So, you know, decent job there. I think yeah, okay. I keep getting zoomed out somehow and not realizing it. But, oh, losing another obs here. That's not great for Castle. Looks like he's gonna chill now a little bit. But yeah, Castle is doing pretty well so far against TerrOr. Like, TerrOr is definitely, you know, one of the top foreigners around. But that early aggression really helping out. Now, what's the transition like? Going up to 6 gateways. No Citadel yet. Probably wants at least a Citadel soon for leg speed. You know, I'm okay with delaying things like the Templar tech and the Stargate. But I think getting that, because the Citadel is not that expensive, it's like 150/100, I think. And then you can get the leg speed, get a lot of nice speed lots running around. Because speed lots versus slow lots is like night and day. Slow lots are like completely pointless against Terran, unless it's like super early game and you're just defusing mines or something. But once you get speed, man, those zealots get really, really nice against Terran. Looks like Terra now going up to 4 factories. And it'd be interesting to see what the long-term game plan is as well for these guys, because I think Bluestorm is kind of a carrier map, isn't it? You know, so you can get like a split map situation and go for carriers and be super annoying. It looks like, oh man, we're gonna lose another obs though. Yoink. Meanwhile, some vultures from TerrOr gonna try and do stuff. Anything? Well, this probe line is a little bit vulnerable. He might actually see the pylon now. I'm not 100%. I think he must have seen at least the pylon. He's also going to deny this probe from doing anything at the top left, but I don't think Castle needs to be too, you know, sad about this, because he's already mining on the 3 bases. So it's not like he would go for that anyway. Oh my god, guys, I just thank you, chat, for pointing out that Castle is listed as Zerg. He's been Zerg this whole time. I mean, maybe he's a Zerg at heart, guys. You know, don't try to assume his race. I mean, please. You know, he could be a Protoss that identifies as Zerg. You never know. I mean, Xel'Naga is a thing, alright? So, alright, we got a 6-fact from TerrOr. I was actually wondering if he would do this. It's going to be a 6-fact all-in on 2 base. I only saw the 4-fact initially, so I was like, maybe he's going for a long-term game plan. But no, it looks like he is going for the 6-fact. The 5th and 6th maybe just slightly delayed because of the early damage he took. Look, very few SCVs here. I think he might have actually over-transferred to the natural, but he's going to be cutting SCVs now and just going to go for mass units. Interestingly, only 1 machine shop as well, so only the single machine shop producing tanks, and the rest is just going to be mass vulture here, it seems. You can see he's actually ending up banking quite a bit of gas. So the important thing, obviously now, with only 1 factory's worth of tanks, is the positioning here. He's got to make sure the vultures are really in a good buffering position, really can't let the Protoss get in contact with those siege tanks. If he can manage that, then that, you know, just the 1 factory's worth of tanks is probably enough, actually. Meanwhile, double forge upgrades and triple forge from Protoss and a Stargate. I think this is quite, and he's expanding. I think this is quite greedy for the Protoss. I think this is very, very greedy. He's going for a lot of things at once, going up in tech, going for triple upgrades, going for a base. This is going to weaken, or this is going to slow his production a little bit, and perhaps give TerrOr a good opportunity. But here comes the shuttle with 2 Zealots and a Reaver. The Protoss is actually not waiting around. He's moving in, the Reaver's in the back. He's not targeting the Reaver. Big Reaver shot. It only gets 1 shot. It is a big shot, and more Protoss units coming in here. No Zealot leg speed. I don't actually remember. Oh no, I think he got a Templar Archives or something, so he must have a Citadel, but he doesn't have Zealot leg speed. SCV's coming off to block, but it looks like TerrOr is gonna lose this attack, and that's the end. There's no way a 6-pack can possibly recover from this, losing this initial force here. And oh, big mine there, but that, I think, has gotta be it for TerrOr. He's down to 52 supply against 95. He had to win with that attack. That wasn't even like, oh, he can't expand. No, he had to win with that attack since he did not win, and not only did he not win, but Protoss was even playing greedily at that time. Like as a Terran player going 6-fact, I don't think you could actually get a much better situation than Protoss going triple upgrades and going for Arbiter Tech and expanding at the same time as you're attacking. You know, because at the point where that engagement happened, it was a less than 20 supply difference between the players after, remember, all the damage that TerrOr took in the early game. So that was really as close of an army count as he could have hoped for. And I guess he really wasn't expecting Protoss to be so aggressive there at the front. I definitely wasn't expecting Castle to just attack him in the face like that. But really, it was a good position, though. He was attacking downhill, down this ramp, and TerrOr was just completely unready. And he had the shuttle with 2 Zealots and the Reaver. I mean, yes, the Reaver only got 1 shot off, but it was a really big shot. Definitely helped a lot. So Castle could definitely be pulling an upset here. I don't know what MMR he is exactly. I know he's pretty good, but I didn't think he was quite on the same level as TerrOr. But hey, I could be completely wrong here. I could definitely be wrong, but I'm very impressed by his play. I'm very impressed by the triple upgrades in PvT. And now gonna catch even more vultures. He's up at 140 against 86 supply. Really massive advantage. No way TerrOr can really get another base. I think TerrOr probably will just do one more big attack, and if that fails, which it probably will, then he'll GG out of the game. You can see he's not trying to make a command center or anything. He's just trying. He's got 3 machine shops now, building a few more tanks to catch up a bit, and he's just gonna go for one big attack and hope it works. But he's at 102 supply to 155. 1-1 upgrades also done for Protoss. No upgrades done for Terran. No harassment or anything. The first Arbiter is even on the way. Probably should go before that gets a spell up. Well, I mean, he's definitely going to go before that gets a spell up. I like these cannons being made. Like, also, lots of walls. Look at this wall in the back here, wall in the back here. Castle making, and also being very proactive with the goons. Castle making it very difficult also for whatchamacallit, for the Vulture harass to do anything really. Oh, apparently you guys can't see the upgrades. Oh, that's unfortunate. All right, I can definitely disable that, guys. My apologies. Oh man, I can't do that quite nicely, but I'll figure that out after this game then. And it looks like we're moving in now with Castle. He's going for the attack. This could be the game-ending attack. He went in with the shuttle, dropped the Zealot in the back. That's actually still killing stuff. Most of the Zealots have died now. There's a lot of SCVs for TerrOr trying to block. And oh man, there's even a High Templar. Is it gonna storm? I don't think it even needs to. Look at this. The SCV block was not enough. He made a valiant effort. Storm on a single tank. TerrOr down to 56 supply against 127 for TerrOr. And GG from TerrOr. And Castle with the nice upset, actually taking down TerrOr here in the first game. He actually almost killed the Kakaru with a storm.